Asphalt 9 has recently been released on Switch, and quite successfully too, with over 1 million installs so far. So let's take a look at it and compare it to Asphalt running on this. Hi, welcome to the Mammoth Tech Show. I'm Jeff, and you may remember us reviewing this, the Linx Vision, and it's basically a Windows-based gaming tablet, very much like the, at the time, newly released Nintendo Switch. Now, Asphalt 9 is available on this, and as I said before the intro, just been released on Switch. So let's have a look at how they compare. Here we have the Nintendo Switch version, and there's no doubt this is a good looking game. It runs very smoothly and there's lots of detail and additional effects on the cars. The game is responsive and satisfying to play, with a heavy emphasis on arcade. There's forgiving handling, drift mechanics and stunts. It's very similar in feel to the old Burnout games. The Switch version of Asphalt 9 is a visually impressive game and unlikely to disappoint in the graphics department. It gives you basically all you could ask for this type of game. So let's take a look at its Windows sibling. Capturing footage on the Linx Vision was a bit of a trial. It does have HDMI output, but when you attach the controllers, the opening for the HDMI cable isn't actually large enough to insert a HDMI cable, at least not the one that we had. So we had to play the game without the controllers and rely on tilt steering. This also means there are some on-screen visual elements that wouldn't otherwise be present. It also means the game did this every so often, obviously. And the capture device didn't pick up any sound, because again, obviously. The first thing you notice is significantly increased load times for each stage. And once you're there, the graphics have taken a decided hit. Lighting effects, textures and general detail just aren't there like they are on the Switch version, and it just doesn't seem to be running quite as smoothly. Luckily the gameplay remains the same, but the Linx Vision's graphics hardware just isn't in the same league as the Switch. So the Switch wins in graphic performance, but what about ergonomics? What's the Linx Vision like to drive? Firstly, let's have a look at how it's like to physically play Asphalt on the Linx Vision. And obviously it's a bit bigger than the old Switch, but it also means that the screen is a little bigger. It's about the same quality as the Switch's screen, but just about an inch or so bigger. It's generally a bit bulkier as well, a bit heavier and just larger in the hands. The nice trigger would be good if, as you can see, the whole analog nature of these, because these are basically Xbox controllers, was taken care of. Unfortunately, in a slight strange decision, in the Windows version of Asphalt, not only does it not take advantage of the analog acceleration, it doesn't take advantage of acceleration at all. Acceleration is set to auto by default, and I haven't found a way of switching that off. You can have automatic acceleration on the Switch version, but equally you can switch that off, but you can't do that on the Windows version. So these lovely analog triggers are useless. Aside from that, it's pretty good for playing Asphalt on. I played the previous game, Asphalt 8, on this quite a bit, and it worked quite well. You can tell that the Linx Vision is working hard because the side of it that's working on the graphics is about 7 or 8 degrees hotter than the other side. Asphalt is actually a fun racer, very arcade based and quite Burnout-like. So if you like a bit of Burnout, then give it a go. I mean, it's free. Obviously, the microtransactions are present. It's showing its mobile game roots a bit, but it's okay if you just want to play a little bit, 5 or 10 minutes here and there, then it's fine. It's only if you really want to play for extended periods where the whole you have to buy extra credits in order to play it for a bit longer kicks in. But a little blast here and there is fine. The multiplayer works very well, and basic mechanics, the career mode, it's a good solid racing game, good solid arcade racing game. And definitely, if it sounds like something you'd be interested in, give it a go. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more from us, then why not subscribe? I've been Jeff, this has been the Mammoth Tech Show, and you've been very kind to watch. Thank you very much.